what we're going to do, we're going to talk about MREs, meals ready to eat. Compliments, United States Army, Department of Defense. Anyway, meals ready to eat, MREs. Do not rough handle when frozen. Alright, now, these here are the actual meals that the soldiers are given in the field in a combat zone. They're on special ops, etc., etc. Actually, special ops, goodness knows what all happens on there, because I can guarantee you these happen, good meals happen, no meals happen. Just depends. But anyway, as far as the soldier's concerned, and you as a civilian, you as a typical person out there, the day may come where the government may have to issue you MREs or something similar to it. Now again, these here are the actual ones that the soldiers get, and it's illegal to sell them or buy them, okay? But if you happen to come across some, well, I guess that's okay. Anyway, you can't sell them. Just remember that. A lot of times you look in the paper, you'll see on Craigslist or different places, MREs for sale. Well, if there are any of these, it's against federal law. So let's look and see how you use an MRE, meals ready to eat. Now basically what you do, you can peel them back from the top. They'll peel. They're a little bit of a pain because your fingers can't get down in there, and just peel them back. You can cut them or whatever, but you have to be careful of the contents if you use a knife so you don't puncture them. Now, once you take everything out of this bag, you can use the bag for a multitude of things. If you're in a survival situation, it's a plastic bag, something you can use. Keep that in mind. First of all, let's look at the variety that we have. Almost beyond imagination sometimes of what's available, what people will come up with, what manufacturers will come up with to sell to the government. Okay, one thing about MREs, they are very high in calorie content. If you are in a survival situation, if you are issued these here because of some natural or man-made catastrophe, that's probably going to happen in the United States and different countries from time to time anyway. I recommend you only eat one per day. Now some people can toke up on 2 or 3 a day, but you're putting an awful lot of calories into your body. Now if you're a combat soldier, you're in a combat situation, you're burning calories. You need those calories. However, if you're a typical individual, you're not burning a lot of calories, only one of these today. Yeah, you're probably going to feel hungry, but I'll tell you what food's in here is good enough for you to keep you alive, keep you going. Okay, let's see what we got. Just give you a quick idea. I know you really can't see the writing too much. This is from Menu 8, meatballs and Mariana sauce. What we got here? Beef stew. What we have here? Chili with breads. Chili with beans, I should say. Grilled chicken breast. What do we have here? Veggie burger and barbecue sauce, vegetarian. Vegetarian, really? Well, I guess. Vegetable lasagna for a vegetarian, I guess. Here, beef ravioli and meat sauce. Pork ribs. Yeah, the actual meat's been preserved. I know about preservatives, but hey, you're hungry. Survival situation, so to speak. Catastrophe, whatever. Other than that, they are good to eat. Cheese and vegetables omelet. Now this one here, I've pre-opened because like I said, it's kind of a pain when you go ahead and pull it apart. What I'll do later, I'll clip this across the top and I'll reuse this bag for whatever purpose. Chicken with noodles and vegetables. Now, you pull these open. Let me get this stuff out of the way so you can see a little bit better. Put these over here. Excellent food to store too for survival purposes. Again, you can't buy them, but there's things on the market that are similar to this. Different color package. Some of them are clear, and you can go ahead and obtain these. I'm used to the old C rations from many years ago, being in the military, but times have changed. Now we've gotten real special. You open up your package, voila. what do you have here? Again, keep this package, just don't throw it away. You can use it for something. You really can. And in a survival situation, you use every little thing that you have. These are crackers that have been vacuum packed. Everything in here been vacuum packed. These are crackers in this particular MRE. You open up the edges, you go ahead and cut around here. Be careful, otherwise you just have crumbs coming out. We'll open up one of these. In here, this little package here, let's open it up, see what we got. I'm going to use a pair of scissors, make things easy. Otherwise, you take a knife, you're in a survival situation, because you're probably not going to have a pair of scissors, what have you. You're either on a run, you're on the down low trying to stay out of trouble because someone's looking for you. You actually are out in the woods surviving, or there's a natural catastrophe or a man-made catastrophe, a nuke going off, or martial law, and you're taking out your homes, whatever. You get to your stash, you get to your cache where you have your stuff, or you're in a bread line because the economy's going completely kaput and your dollar bill's no longer any good, or whatever. Aliens invade, I don't know. Anyway, the meals ready to eat are, in my opinion, put together very well. So the only thing you have to do, use common sense on everything you have. Has a variety of things. And here it comes with a little packet. It's for coffee, chewing gum, creamer, looky here, toilet paper. We all know what that's used for. Sugar. What do we have here? Salt. A little bit of hot sauce in this one. Yeah, Tabasco, the good stuff. Matches. Just out of this one package. Moist towelette. A little bit of alcohol in there, so clean up, sterilize. In this MRE here, all of them, they have a little plastic bag. It's used to go ahead and put your hot beverage in or other cold beverage. You shake it up, mix it up. You can drink right out of the bag. This here is the heater to heat up your MRE. I'll show you how to use that in just a minute. There's some more stuffs in here. How about this one? Had some Reese's Pieces in there. Here, cocoa beverage powder. Now here, you can actually use this here and fill this up full of water. Follow the directions on there. Shake it up, use it. Drink right out of here, or you can go ahead and pour it in here. What else do we have in here? Cheese spread. Put on your cracker. Other thing. Now, what we got here? We actually got a fig bar in this particular one. Now, let's talk about this. The main course. Chicken noodles and vegetables and sauce. Now, again, in any type of survival situation, whatever it is you're in, you just need it. This here you can use as an ignition fuel. As fuel, because of the paper. Now, here we're just going to open it up. Now, ideally, what we would do, we would go ahead and get this out and maybe cut this box off here. Once this is heated, we put this back in here. Once this is open, and eat out of that. That way you won't be burning your hands because this here will be hot. Now, you notice here, it has little indentations here where you can actually open it, but you don't want to open it. Now, this here is your main course. They also have desserts in there. You'd need it a little bit depending upon what it is. And then, obviously, you got a spoon that comes with it too. Now, here's your heater. Now, it does have operating instructions here. What happens is, you open up the top. We'll tear off the top here. I'll just show you. But again, it has instructions, specific instructions on there. You get everything ready. You get this ready. You open this up a little bit. You don't mess with anything down here. Those are the chemicals. They are activated by water. You put a little bit of water in there and swish it around a little bit. Put your MRE on top. On top. Inside the bag, of course. But on top of that heater in here. And then you would go ahead and fold the bag over. Prop it up at an angle for about 15 minutes. Come back. Or just sit there and watch it. Read a book or watch out for the enemy, be cool, whatever the situation may be, and you can start to eat it. Now, the gas that's released by this chemical agent in here is hydrogen gas, okay? It's not exactly the type of gas that you want to inhale. You don't want this type of gas in a tent, for example, or in a small area. You have to give it room so the gases will dissipate and keep you from asphyxiating yourself. So what we're going to do here, we're going to orient this here correctly for these little indentations up here. Now again, when you go to open up anything in this here, you kind of want to give it a look over to make sure it hasn't been punctured or leaked just from, you know, crappy manufacturing. But I got to admit, out of all of the supplies that I have and stored up over the years, and I have acquired, we shall say, I've been pretty pleased with them. They've been 100% good quality food, good quality foodstuffs, pieces, everything that we've got, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's things that you can use over a period of time. Just don't throw it away, because it's something you can barter with, trade with in a grid down situation. Here's the MRE, the heater. Tore the top off of it. What we want to do, now you only fill the heater up to about this line. You don't want to overfill it, because it's going to get really, really hot and boil over here. So then we're going to go ahead and put this in here, fold the top over, and put it at an angle. We'll come back down in about 10-15 minutes. So here's what we'll do. Now if you're outside, you can lean it up against a rock, or if you're inside, you do this or that. Again, you don't want to do this inside of a tent, because you will asphyxiate yourself. So this is what I want to do. I already have some water here. Open this up, the heater up. Again, it's got explicit instructions right here printed on here for you, Paul. I'm going to put, okay. That's not much water, but that's all we needed. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to tilt that back, get it all over that chemical packet right there. It's sealed up. This is going to start to heat up. Okay, now I've done that. You could go ahead and put this in here first and do that, but I do that so this here is not in the way. We'll put this in the heater, again, on top of this. Now you can see the smoke coming out of here. This is going to get hot real quick. So that's what we want to do, is put this in. Again, it'd probably be a little bit better to go ahead and do that first, then you can do it. But I just wanted to do this here, you know, just to show you on video. So here we are. You see how that water's starting to boil? That's how hot. See the gas coming out. Kind of fold that over and put that against something, because that's going to get real hot. As a matter of fact, what I got right here. Now, that's going to go ahead and get hot, and the reason why you have it at an angle is as this heats, this will heat the main part of the food in the packet more or less evenly, and the heat will go ahead and distribute throughout all there. So we've got that right there. Again, that's coming out. This is a fairly big room, so I'm not worried about the gases, but again, in a tent, you could do yourself in. Here's some crackers. Just give you an idea of the crackers and everything. Now again, they're vacuum packed real tight. Makes them strong. But I tell you, if you go in there trying to wiggle and tear this thing open, well, chances are you're going to go ahead and mess them up a little bit. So I'm taking the easy way. You may not have a pair of scissors, so, but if I got the tools and equipment, I'll use them. Otherwise, why have them? So I just cut down the edges. You can do it with a knife. Here you go. Crackers. The crackers are good. The only difference about these crackers is no salt. There's no salt on it. We're good. Here we got a fig bar. We'll open this up, show you everything that's in here. Oh yeah, if you're eating MREs or anything like this, clean up your mess. Don't leave your mess around. Don't leave your wrappers and papers around. The reason being is, if you are eating these for an emergency situation, I don't know if you want people to know that someone was right there at that area and eating something, they got MREs, or you want to leave evidence that someone was there, or you don't. So I always want to be clean anyway, and so I always clean up my mess. So clean up your mess. Always make sure you bury everything, you burn it, whatever the situation may be. See, now this thing here is being a little tough on me. So, I'll use my scissors again. This stuff's packed very well. There's an actual fig bar. Now, these MREs will last you for 10 years or longer. Usually 10 years, you're approaching the date where really you need new ones. The military knows that. They trade them in, they trade them out all the time. They use them, and a lot of times they'll ship them off to other countries. But these here, the actual soldiers' meals, they're high in calories. Okay, if you eat too many of these here, they're going to stuff you up. You're not going to be able to defecate. In other words, take a poo. So you know what I'm talking about. So, one of these per day. If you are burning up the calories, you're exercising, you're an athlete, you're out there fighting, different story. You may need that many calories. The average person don't. But these are good. There's nothing wrong with them. Good food. Now this here, like I said, this here is really hot. Actually, it's too hot to hang on to. That's how hot this gets. Keep that in mind. Other things, you have cheese spread that's in here. You knead it back and forth. You open it. You put it on a cracker. Eat it. Beverage. Follow the instructions. You open it up. You can dump this out in this other plastic bag if you want. You can use this here for hot water. Got all the instructions on it. The other things you need: moist towel to clean up. You wanted coffee. You can make coffee. Put your water in there. Obviously, if you're out in the field, you're in a survival situation, hopefully you brought water with you. If you didn't, obviously you're going to have to sterilize the water. There are many ways to do that. I'm not going to talk about it now. But you have to use sterile water. Now you can actually hear this bubbling in here. That's how hot it's gotten, that water in there. Coffee, chewing gum, all these things here to keep you going throughout the day. You can pack 2 or 3 of these here in a backpack, throw them in your car if you got to leave. A case in your car, as a matter of fact. They come in a case of 12. Again, the civilian equivalent you can buy on the open market. They basically copied the military thing that they got going for their soldiers there. Now, just to have these in your possession, it's not illegal. It's illegal to sell them. See, commercial resale is unlawful. It's U.S. government property. But these here were donated for the purpose of this video, and well, you know how it is. You get to trading with people. You get to know people in the military, and I'm retired military, so is my wife, and we kind of do things back and forth, help out each other. I hold seminars, the whole thing. But anyway, so this here is really getting hot. Well, let me see. I cover that, cover that, cover that. Okay, one thing here I want to see, where's it at? Okay, now here's some from some other MREs that we got open. They're basically all set up saying, this in here is mango peach applesauce. All right, it's in the paper box, but look at the back of the paper box. It's a postcard. So let's say you are someplace, you're trying to get a hold of someone, you're out of the country, whatever. You can actually cut this out, fill out all the appropriate address, whatever, put your, well, right now stamps just went up to 49 cents. So you put your stamp on there, you got your information on there, you can mail it. But if it's a national emergency, you ain't going to be using this here. But again, this here is designed for the soldier. So there's many different things you can do there. And here's something else that came in one. Toffee rolls. Let's see what toffee rolls are. I got an idea what these are because I had these before. These here are good food stuffs, guys. People, there's nothing wrong with it. And well, looky here. This says toffee rolls, huh? Look what they done in here. Tootsie Rolls. That's pretty good. All right, what we got here? This one here, wheat snack bread. Now, Different things are in different MREs. It's got the main food group there. It's wheat bread. Very, very good. Wheat snack bread. Put your cheese on it. Whatever. Some meals come with barbecue sauce. All kinds of goodies in there for a convenient one-pack meal. You can't go wrong with this here. So we'll be back here in about 10 minutes, and we'll let this here finish cooking, because you can see, boy, this baby here is hot. I'll tell you what, it's hot. That's good. It's cooking this. It's heating up this meal. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes. Thanks. Well, we're back. Anyways, well, I tell you what, trying to do some of these videos sometimes a little confusing, but not really. All right, been gone here a little while. This here is still very warm, so what you'd want to do, once you take this out, is, in this case here, we'd want to put it outside and stuff. You want to be careful. It's still hot, still warm up a lot of things. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off, but man, this baby here is hot. So, what I want to do here, let me go ahead and open up this here a little bit so I don't make too big a mess. Like I was telling you, right here at the top, this is why these little things are here. Get the right one. Now, case here. Go ahead and cut it off. You can tear off the top. Couldn't, my hands were too slippery. But I don't know if you can see this or not. This is some good stuff. Here, should have already had the spoon open. I'll open it now. It's the spoon that comes with it. This is some good stuff. Let me see. Let me show you. It's some good stuff. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's good stuff. Let me tell you. Look at here. Just let you know, it's good to eat. I'm not afraid to eat it. It's hot. Oh, man. So, a minute. Be a pig here. See, what is this here again? Chicken noodles and sauce. This is good. Chicken noodle soup, I think. Chicken noodles and vegetables and sauce. There you go. Got the box right here. Remember I told you what you can do with this box. What I failed to do ahead of time, because this is hot, but it's warm enough for me. It's cool enough for me to go ahead and hang on to a little bit. Let me just brace that up there. See, so what we do here, we can just tear this off. If this was really, really hot, the reason being is so you can go ahead and put this in here. Keep from burning your hands. There you go. You can use this here and eat and enjoy a good meal. That's hot. That is hot. It's a lot hotter. Feelings in my hands sometimes, it's deceiving. Take a lot of punishment. My hands are kind of a little numb. Anyway, what we say we had here? This cheese spread. There's nothing wrong with it, guys. Like I said, a lot of times this stuff will last a decade or longer. But when you start getting that old, unless it is totally vacuum sealed, frozen, in some cryogenically NASA approved place, about 10 years or so, you ought to start getting some new supplies in. But they'll go a long time. So if you ever come across any, civilian world, you can go ahead and buy whatever you want as long as you got the money. I've found that out over the years. Always been a poor man and still am. But if you've got money, you can get whatever you want. I'm telling you, I don't care. There's a cheese that's in there. Again, you knead it. Move it back and forth before you use it. Put that on that cracker we opened. Right there, a little bit. Use your spoon for that too. I use my fingers for everything. I have no manners. But anyway, nothing wrong with it. It's good stuff. MREs, meals ready to eat. Certified by the USDA, the government, everything. It's good. Now again, These here are the military ones. It's given to the soldiers. So in case there's ever some type of situation in the United States where people are lining up, there's a possibility you could be getting these, but that's how you use them. You can take them and use them any place. As long as you have the proper ventilation when you have to go ahead and heat something up when you actually use the heater here. Alright? This is still very, very hot down here, so I have to be careful with that. You want to be careful in a tent, but for that much, over in the grass, you're under a tree, you're in a large building, you can have your own meal, a hot, warm meal. You can get back your nutrients and rest up, get your power back up, and you can continue on your survival situation, again, whatever it may be. Could be because of a hurricane, could be because people are chasing you, could be because you're at war. God only knows some of the things that's going to happen. But I encourage you to stock up on some supply and be concerned, because regardless of the amount of food you have at your home, your place of residence, you may not be able to get to it. If you have to leave your home, if you have to leave where your food supply is, what are you going to do? You think everybody's going to go out and shoot a deer, shoot an elk, shoot a bear, shoot a cow, whatever, and eat it? There's not that much to go around. People's going to be guarding that. So, some of these are a good investment, regardless where you get them from. Again, I'd like to thank the U.S. Army for them allowing me to go ahead and use this here. And people that brought them to me, I appreciate it. And thank you very much. MREs, remember, meals ready to eat. You can make them at home yourself. Think about it. There's other videos on the internet you can get. There's books about it. But if you can buy it, by all means, buy it. I know everything comes with a price, huh? Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Right now, I'm going to eat. I'm talking to my wife. Honey, you want something? She's in the back by the camera. Thanks for watching. Meals ready to eat. They're good.